Hi, Purrcat. Welcome in a new episode of The Baddie in Me. I'm super happy to have you today. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing very well. I have a little bit spring allergy, but other than that, I'm doing very well. I feel very creative and productive these days. How are you doing?
I'm good. I love that you're being super creative. I see you all over my timeline and I love it. I love your strong aesthetic, like it's really colorful, really internet coded. And I wanted to ask you before we start, like, why is your name Purrcat? And how come you're so much associated with the Milady community?
Amazing questions. I actually have a very nice story, very short and original story for my name. So basically, normally I was just used for this account. I was just using my real name, Lara. And when I was creating a portfolio, like I decided to do like a learn product design better after I take a year gap from crypto after the like FTX crash. I moved to a village, started to live in a village, and I was thinking that I'm not going to go back to crypto. And I went to their Connect in Istanbul and then decided to create a portfolio. Whatever, that's a different story. And then I was creating a portfolio. I was always using a nail polish. Like it was a nude nail polish. Normally right now, I'm just like obsessed with red right now, but I was always using nude. And I just decided to check the name of the color one day, and the color of the nail polish was Purrcat. And I was like, wait, like I was also at the same time thinking about like adopting like an anonymous, cute, like original crypto Twitter name. But I was like, I couldn't decide anything. So I just kept it as Laura, like a normal person. And then I saw it and I was like, wait, Purrcat.eat is an amazing name. And I just bought the ENS name, Purrcat.eat. And I changed my name to Purrcat.eat. And that was my dog's wallet and it was my first drained wallet. And that's how I become my Twitter name. And the second question, my lady, I've been on crypto Twitter before, like since 2021. And I discovered my lady through Charlotte Fang's blog on Mirror. And I really liked the vision and the philosophy behind it as an art collective and how the community sees things basically. And I really love the meme and all the like fun stuff they're doing on Twitter because like I love mischief and I love like being silly online. So I participated with my anonymous account around that days. And I've been in the community actually, even if people don't know me, I've been in the community like since early days and it got really popular in time. It wasn't really popular. And that's actually like my culture and how I started to shitpost on crypto Twitter, how I became confident in posting silly stuff, stupid stuff, schizo posting and everything. So yeah, that's like, I feel connected to it. And I feel like I'm really into the culture. So I just adopted it. And I also turned love bombing into a different fraction of Remilia, not the same thing, but a different fraction because I also see some stuff in Remilia is problematic and it also creates some problems in my career and my daily life too. So I created a different fraction of Remilia, which is more friendly and polite and lovely, cute. So yeah, that's how I'm connected to my lady and Remilia ecosystem.
Yeah, first I love like the story behind your name. I think it's so girly. Like you can't do more girly than that. The name of a nail polish. It's so cute. And also I have also heard like a lot of, drama around do we say my lady or me lady? For me, it was like me
My
lady.
lady, it's
It
coming
doesn't.
from my lady. So I was saying my lady and it's actually Milady, but I'm just keep
Okay.
saying it's my lady for me.
Okay, good. Good to know. So yeah, I've heard a lot of drama around the
Yeah,
like
all the
Milady
drama.
community. But then I'm like, if Purrcat is part of that community, it can't be that bad because like you're the sweetest girl I've ever met. So it's like good that you
Yeah.
point that out and that you say that I mean, you're not like part of that like way of thinking because some
Yeah,
things are a bit like
yeah.
borderline, right?
Some stuff are off, but I think it's like in every strong communities and ecosystems. Like there are different people and or like people who has sharp opinions in every
Mhm.
community or in NFT community, even if they are not very visible or on the timeline, because not wearing something as an NFT, but I think it's part of the culture too. Like they're just, I think some people are just doing things or sharing things just to expand the freedom of speech or like expand the culture more. And I know that it's also part of the marketing strategy to get attention to the
Mhm.
community because without all of that drama, My Lady couldn't be this popular and known in
Mm.
crypto in mainstream culture too. So it's also part of the marketing strategy, but I think it's toxic. And I observed that it's also changing people's characters too. Because when you do something regularly, even if you're doing it online, it changes your personality. Even if you're just like shit posting, even if you're like being stupid online, being rude and like rage baiting, it's changed people. It changed your persona too. Like your character. When
Yeah,
you
you
do
kind
something repeatedly, it just becomes part of you basically. So yeah.
yeah, you kind of become what like who you're surrounded, like who
Yeah,
you're surrounded, and then also what you do, what you post. It kind of like becomes you somehow. So
yeah,
yeah.
it's true.
No, you're right. Also, something that I love about you is how you describe your Twitter X page as like your personal journal. And I like that because I feel like Twitter has become a bit like LinkedIn nowadays.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
just people, you know, flexing their numbers and like making up like crazy stories, like, you know, the kind of
Mhm.
LinkedIn storytelling, like, okay, like I ate a fry and then it just opened my eyes on the whole universe. Like it's like
And then
sometimes
writing
it's a
a
bit,
whole article about how it changed their career and how they are making so much money right now.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, after why not? If it's a growth strategy, I mean, it's cool, but it kind of became a bit repetitive and boring. And I feel like your account is like really fresh and brings like a new perspective. And it's maybe more linked to what we used to see back in 21, 22, you know, with crypto art. And like there was like more artists. And I feel like your account is a mix of being artistic and you. So how do you describe what you're doing and why do you call it like your personal journal?
It's a really nice question. I think I decided to go in this direction by observing the same thing that you observe because even like a year ago, people, even like this last algorithmic change happened that Nikita made it, people were posting more original stuff. They were just firing their thoughts on the timeline or just like, yeah, shit posting or just like sharing their random videos and it was getting like much more likes than they're getting right now. And they were feeling more encouraged to share their personal thoughts, short form thoughts, and not just posting things to impress people or get get engagement to be seen on the timeline, just like sharing their personal things. And initially, Twitter was a platform for that too. I really don't like the current version of Twitter. That's why I started to create content in other platforms too. And I think it's going to benefit me in the long term because I was only focusing on Twitter. But I started to post on other platforms, my journey, my experience, how I see things in different mediums, even if I wasn't feeling very confident about it, just because how much I realize how much I hate Twitter right now because I don't even check my timeline right now. Actually, I was just like checking the first three things, which mainly the people that I know. I'm not seeing people that I know even on the timeline. So I decided to go against this and only post like my stories, like interviews. Like the interviews that I'm making also can be seen on that line more like LinkedIn, more serious, more structured. But other than that, I also started to post funny stuff on my mind too, because I realized didn't realize that I stopped tweeting funny tweets. It
Mhm.
just like happened because I realized probably I'm not getting any likes from this, so I shouldn't post it. You are not even realizing it's happening subconsciously, I think, because like it's about what is getting rewarded and what is not. So I started to post funny stuff again. And the interviews are also very personal to me too, because I'm interviewing people about the things that I care about in the space. And that's actually like, according to the new algorithm, after I see what people are posting, what they produce in general in the space, it's all, I think, tied together. And I wanted to make it more personal, like a Substack account. People on Substack are not actually trying to impress. We are creating content because we want to be seen and like initially maybe impress people too in a way, but not like on LinkedIn. And as you said, Twitter becoming more like a LinkedIn. It was like always like a LinkedIn for crypto people, but it wasn't like this. Like in this in between situation before. So I wanted to keep it my personal account, Cat. I wanted to keep it more like a Substack account, an account that I share my personal stuff, like a Tumblr. Actually, like a Tumblr. I was using Tumblr a lot too, and I decided that, yeah, welcome to my personal journey. This is my personal journal and this is my Tumblr. Basically, I thought like, okay, this is going to be like my Tumblr and I'm going to use this thing like my Tumblr and I'm not going to change it. So
Mhm.
that's where I'm coming from, actually. I just remember that when I was putting that thing on my bio. Okay, this is going to be like my Tumblr. I'm going to keep, because I also confused, like, okay, what should I post about right now? Like, what should I just write an article? Like, I was like very confused, especially during the holidays, because everyone was posting articles, like sharing their like life improvements, like how they biohacking, how they they like become an AI expert, and how they just had breakthrough their career in which tools they are. And I was like, okay, like what I'm gonna post right now is just posting silly stuff, and it was getting so much engagement, and right now like it's not getting any likes. Like, what should I post? And I decided not to focus on likes. Like, I'm not getting like 100 likes in a post right now, but I feel like, okay, I'm doing my thing and I'm satisfied with it and I'm okay with it. So that's where that bio is coming from. And I actually recently changed it, like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story.
But yeah, I think your account really reminds me of like Tumblr, MySpace, like back in the 2000s when everything had an aesthetic and we were posting, like we were the main character, right? In everything we were doing. It was all about visuals and being more poetic and like sharing intimate thoughts.
Mhm.
And as you said, like now Twitter is becoming more like people are really posting to get likes, to get more followers, and people are just posting the same thing like every
Uh,
day. It's all about, growth hacking methods or how much new followers they got in like a month and everything. It's fun when it's like a few accounts, but when everyone does that, it becomes boring. And I feel exactly how you felt a few months or weeks ago. Like, I also feel like I don't know what to post anymore. I mean, it's fun to brag. I'm happy to brag about my numbers, but at some point I'm like, I kind of want to talk about my lore, about fries, about art, about funny things. And I feel like people don't care. But I love that you said that, you don't post for the likes. Your page is here for you to post about exactly what you want and for the people who connect with you to read it or watch your like clips and whatever. But I feel like if we just do things for likes, then what are we doing? It's like, of course you will post for interactions. That's the whole point of social media. But at the end of the day, I don't know how someone can develop a personal brand if they're just posting about numbers. Like, it's not possible because I can't associate that person with anything else. For
mhm.
example, Purrcat, I associate you with okay, the Milady community, but also love bombing. You've created your own world. And immediately, like when I see your aesthetic on the timeline, I'm gonna associate it with love bombing and everything you do. And even the way that you chat online. So maybe you could also tell a bit more about that project, Love Bombing,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like before you started going deep on that, you were working for some companies and
Mm-hmm.
then you started like pushing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually started as a group chat in 2024 December, and it was like one of the My Lady chats. Like there was like cult INC, main cult INC group chat, and people started to create different versions of it. It was a meme, and
Mhm.
I created love bombing, cult love bombing INC group chat, and I just removed the cult later, and that group chat become like it started to like people love the vibes in the group chat. I started to add like other people, not just like my lady people, and it grow in time. And I remember this summer, shout out to Zero, I was just crashing out and just nuking the chat. And my friend called me on Twitter and said like, Purrcat, stop keep nuking the chat. I was just deleting and recreating it after a week. And he said that his man said that, Purrcat, stop acting stupid. Stop nuking the chat. People love the chat. People love being in, and chats were really active around that time. Like it's like so silent right now, but around that time, everyone was hanging out in chats, like meeting with new people. I met so many people in chats and then met them in real life too. And he called me and said that stop nuking it. It's going to be something in some way. And he's a really nice marketing person and he saw the vision. And I was like, everyone loves it. Why are you nuking it? Just log off and go somewhere else. Like, just like don't open the Twitter. Let people hang out in the chat. It's gonna be something. You're not letting it happen. You're just like you're self-sabotaging and sabotaging this community that you're creating. And that's the first time that I think love bombing as a community. Is it becoming a community? Wait a minute.
But
In
wait, when
mirror
was that? Like, when did you start creating that group? Was it like last year?
It's 2024. It was end of
Oh,
the
okay.
2024, like after DevCon.
Okay.
I was still in Thailand, and it was 2024, and it was a group chat, and it's like become a really active group chat. I think what differentiate love bombing from other group chats or other communities is I really moderated it. I was
Mhm.
always active and I always checked the vibes and I was kicking people out if they're acting mean or just like acting randomly, starting a fight or just like shilling stuff in the group chat. I was warning them in the group chat and they keep doing it. I was just kicking them out, and everyone started to scare of that I'm gonna kick them out, and everyone started to act in a way. And I created a whole vibe in the group chat that everyone is so polite to each other. And if you check the group chat, there are like so many different personas, like from different communities, like from DGOTS people, My Lady people, normal people, Ethereum Foundation people. There are so many different people. A few fights happened, but like that was all. And uh, the vibe was like, I was also afraid of creating something like synthetic, not authentic, that people just gonna act nice, just not to get kicked out. uh it didn't happen in that way. Everyone my friends started to came to me and said that, oh, I love love bombing, like I love what you're creating in there, I love hanging out in love bombing group chat, I love being I met this person in your group chat, like he's very nice, we are doing this project right now together. It's like, whoa, oh, that's so cool, I'm so happy. And this, I think it's going to be something. I was like thinking like this, but I didn't act on it. I just started to do spaces regularly. I started to do ritual spaces like full moon, new moon rituals, abundance rituals, like more like astrology, esoteric spaces, and also love bombing yapping spaces. And I guess it took off. Love bombing as a thing took off after I started to do spaces. So I was also afraid of doing spaces, being on camera like I was afraid of being visible. And I haven't created even a Twitter account for it until really recently. I created in like, I think at the end of January. But before that, it was only spaces and people being active in the group chat. And one of the people came to me for a Discord. Yeah, for a Discord server. And he created the whole Discord server and gave the admin role to me just to hang out and watch films with people in in the Discord. So we have a Discord too. It's not very active right now. The most active chat is, I think, Telegram right now. But we have a Discord server, Twitter chat, and also Telegram chat, and also hosted an event. But it was a closed event. I hosted a party for my birthday in Tokyo, and it was a love bombing, first in real life love bombing event, I guess. And
Okay.
I'm planning to do events too, sponsored events. And yeah, and we have other things coming too. And right now people are making trades, love bombing trades in their NFT collections, which is very, I don't know, it means so much to me. I get in this space with NFTs, with NFT communities, and I'm having goosebumps right now. And like, it's the most significant indicator of that what I'm doing or love bombing is part of a culture, or having how can I say it, like have a foundation in the culture, becoming a
Uh-huh.
strong cultural phenomenon, having a trade in an NFT collection, or other things are gonna happen too. We are discussing really nice things with friends right now. It's like on progress, and I think we take off a project. I can share it right now, but it's really exciting for me too. And yeah, that's how love bombing started and how it's going right now. And I haven't planned any of it. I'm just letting it happen,
Yeah.
actually.
But I love how naturally it was formed. Like it started with a group chat and then, eventually you started like making events, even if it's just one, it's still like
Mhm.
an extension of the brand. And then, like the podcasts and the live streams and
Mhm.
everything you're doing and maybe the NFT collection, right? So I think that when I see this, like sometimes I think of like the evolution of the crypto space. There was like, as you said, NFTs, like there was a huge hype and then it kind of died, like it's pretty dead. But
Mhm.
then it's like, now it's like content creators, but there's like agencies, but I mean, agencies are great, but I feel like the extension of NFTs is like the creator first group chat that
Mhm.
becomes like part of the culture in crypto. And I
Mhm.
think that this is exactly what you're doing. And I'm sure that we're going to see like more and more of this kind of like projects come in 2026 because people are craving for, being part of communities again. Like we were all left kind of behind when like the communities that we were part kind of collapsed. And now like people are craving to connect again and to be part of something that's like more than just like putting tweets on the internet. I mean, it's fun, but
Mhm.
we want more. And actually, I want to ask you, what tips would you give to any kind of like creators who would like to start their group chat because they would maybe have, an idea to build their community around their brand? Do you have like 3 main tips that you would give them?
First, just create the group chat and add people, because before I started my own group chat, I was also thinking, who am I to start a group chat, even if it's
Mhm.
like just like a side group chat of a big thing. I was thinking like this. I always thought like this. Like, until really recently, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to create the account. I'm going to do the podcast. I'm going to just talk in front of a camera. I'm going to record my YouTube podcast video and start to post I'm going to just talk about my stream of content. Just do it. Just start the group chat and people going to
Mhm.
love it. You can even keep it like for 5 people. I haven't started with like 200 people in it. I started with like 20, not even 20, maybe it's less than that. It started as a side thing. Like, I added My Lady people and it was mainly a My Lady group chat. You can start something about health, and it turned into a health maxing chat after that. And I turned back into love bombing, the name, kept it the same, but you should just start it. Like you can just start it with 5 people in it. And I think it's going to create more intimate vibes. If you start it with like just 5 people, people probably going to come and interact more because people have more like social anxiety in big group chats. I'm even planning to create an inner love bombing group chat so that people can share stuff like personal stuff, engage more because it was more like that. I also had inner circle group chats too. And it was working in a different way. People were just like, oh, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I just ate this thing and then I just throw up it was just random stuff. They're just like sharing random thoughts in the group chat. Then I had an inner group chat. So I think starting small is the best. Just create a group chat with your like 5 friends that you have on Telegram. It can be even on Instagram. Maybe it's going to turn into an Instagram community. I think we shouldn't restrict ourselves at this point only with crypto Twitter. And after this algorithm change and the vibe change happens, especially you can start it even on like Instagram in a way. I also created my Instagram page yesterday and I'm going to start to post content on Instagram too. And I'm planning to create a group chat on Instagram too. And it's going to be a whole different vibe because I was like, for example, I'm seeing something on Instagram. I also started to hang out on Instagram more after the whole algorithm changed. And I'm very happy about my experience. My social media experience is different right now. And I have have a more wider vision about how a social media strategy should be built basically. So you shouldn't focus only on crypto Twitter. You can start in anywhere. You can start in WhatsApp, or I don't know, whatever you want, which platform you use the most or want to share stuff from. So I think just starting and adding 5 people that you know and you want to interact with is the best. You can also try to add someone that you hate or have a beef with.
Why?
That's a perfect strategy to end the beef. I end the beef. There was a guy who was bullying me, and he's a well-known bully on crypto Twitter, and we made a piece in that way. He bullied me, like he quote tweet my photo, and then he was like, "Oh, this whore is sharing their my ladies shouldn't post themselves, blah blah blah." And then we squashed the beef because we have a mutual connection, and we just squashed the beef. And then I added him to my group chat, and he, like a few days later or 1 week later, he started to engage with people in the group chat, and then we become friends in time. So you can squash the beef with people or get to know people better. It's like a social experiment. Probably they're gonna shock that you add them to their group chat too. Like, why the fuck this person added me in their group chat? Like, I'm being mean to you. They're gonna shock, and then that shock effect gonna change. Like, this just fuck up their brain chemical, and
I
then they're gonna
love that.
start like, what I'm gonna do right now?
I love
So
that.
you can just confuse your enemies and just destroy them in that way, and be friends with them. So
But
yeah,
yeah.
it's also very interesting for you to observe too. You can also add very different people in the group chat. It can be so chaotic too, but it's a social experiment. You can try bunch of different things. You can just add your close friends, your girlies, or a bunch of different people. I tried that one for example. I wanted to see what's gonna happen when I bring these diverse group of people together and try to build a conversation around things. Let's see what's gonna happen. And it's not going well always, and it was so energy consuming. I was a full-time chat moderator, but I was a social media manager, so it was easy for me. I was just managing Twitter account, doing content since 2024, so it was easy for me. I was always online, so it was like part of my job, and it helped my job too. So it's very energy and time consuming, but if you love it and if you're gonna love the pain that brings, that's perfect. So you can just adjust the chaos level according to your tolerance.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that it's like you can be shy, but it doesn't matter. Just do it anyways. Like bring some
Yeah.
of your friends, bring your enemies, love bomb everyone, and then see what happens. I like that. I'm gonna try adding someone who maybe doesn't like me in my group chat.
Yeah,
Let's see how it
definitely
goes.
try. Definitely try. You're your worst critic. I
Yeah.
always try to remember this. Like are your own first like critic. Like no one
Mhm.
criticize you like you do. Like criticize yourself. So just do it.
Exactly. And I think that even though if you're shy or if you think it's cringe or whatever, you should do it because like people have to start somewhere. Like even you, I think many people wouldn't even imagine that you were shy to do this, but you still did it. And so I think it's like you have one life. Like who cares? Just like do the thing. Create your group chat or whatever. And if people are not interacting, maybe it's like the wrong people. Let them go and add other people, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think we're always scared of failing, or of like trying to start a project and then it doesn't work and it's like, oh my God. But like, for example, I love to take the example of like the, famous influencers. They kind of started like 10 years ago. And if you go on YouTube and you check their like first vlogs, it was so bad. And I mean, they just had to start somewhere and it's okay. That's how you
Exactly.
learn.
Yeah, that's how I think right now too. All the influence I know a few influencer friends too,
Mhm.
and I was honestly like I'm so embarrassed myself that I was doing it. Like I was mocking them. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was just cringing them, and they're so fucking famous right now. Like I have a few influencer friends right now, and they're having and they're Instagram influencers. They're having so much like going to incredible like events, doing incredible things, and I was mocking them. I was like, "Oh, this is so cringe." I was like taking their. I was like acting always acting like this and they're like having their best time right now. And I'm actually learned my lesson on that. So just do the thing. And the mindset should be even if it's like not working, you can always try something else. Even if that group chat didn't work out, you can just create another group chat with different people and you can have different group chats in the
Mhm.
context of group chats. Or if you didn't vibe with Twitter, you can try on Substack. If you didn't vibe with Substack, you can try on TikTok or on Instagram or do a different kind of content. It's like entrepreneurship. People are just building like 10 businesses. I also talk about it in my recent podcast, the podcast that I posted. Like they try 10 different things and they give up on each of them. Just decide that, okay, this thing didn't work out and I'm going to end this and start another thing.
Mhm.
You should also have that mindset too, I think.
Mhm.
You should let things go and end things that are expired and start a new thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's happy
totally.
that I ended or not working out and then be able to start a new thing that you can try out that other thing that you maybe gonna be successful. Try 11 of them. You're gonna be successful in the 12th one, like in the next one. You should
Yeah.
just try. You should just, yeah, consistency and letting things go is the key, I think.
Totally.
Let's
That's
see. I don't know.
no, but it's true. I mean, that's an advice that I've seen and heard over and over again. I think like some people have this like rule of like trying something for like 3 to 6 months. And then if it doesn't work, they just try something else and then they just go with the thing that picks up. And I think it's
Hmm.
smart because it's like, okay, you can also try and do something for years. Sometimes, some projects need more time than like 3 months, of
Hmm.
course. But I think it's good to like try many things, especially when it comes to content or creating a community and see what works the best and just go with it. I love that
Hmm.
advice.